Hello, and welcome to Building Leadership Community Podcast. I'm your host, Dora Mendez. I am the founder and CEO of Coach Dora LLC. Our guests will be entrepreneurs, small business owners, and community leaders that drive social impact. It can be lonely at the top, but it doesn't have to be. Welcome to Building Leadership Community Podcast. Here we are, episode 2 of season 1, where we answer the question, where do you find leadership support? We will be interviewing a dynamic leader, Tanisha Rodriguez. Tanisha is the founder of Pack Team LLC. Before I introduce our amazingly talented guest, if you're new to the Building Leadership community, thank you for joining us. This season is all about supporting you and your inclusive leadership journey. And Tanisha is a wonderful example of how to make impact on people and culture. I want to encourage you to continue to listen and to listen to episode 1, where I interviewed the leader that I most admire, Zenaida Mendez, aka my mom, a trailblazing women's rights leader. We got some amazing feedback from that episode, so thank you to all our YouTube and podcast listeners and viewers. Before I introduce our guest, Tanisha Rodriguez, I have an amazing update to share about Tanisha. Since we recorded our interview, she will soon be known as Dr. Rodriguez. Yay! Tanisha was recently accepted into a PhD business psychology program and will study neurodiversity in the workplace. I'm so proud of her, and I'm thrilled that we got her interview recorded, pre-doctorate, before her schedule gets filled with coursework and research. Congratulations, Tanisha. Tanisha's background, as you will learn shortly, is already amazingly impressive. So without further ado, hello, Tanisha Rodriguez. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Building Leadership Community Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. We're so glad you're here. And I want to share quickly with our listeners and viewers how we met. Tanisha is the founder of Pack Team LLC, prior to which she started a nonprofit organization mentoring women called Sister Circle Media, and had leadership roles in the media and entertainment industry, most recently as head of people and culture for a media group. And Tanisha and I met on LinkedIn. We were networking on LinkedIn, and I don't know what happened, but the first conversation we had, within a few seconds, we just had a automatic rapport as if we were sisters, mother, our career trajectory, our families. We had so much in common. And I just knew that I had to invite her to share her story with us here at Building Leadership Community. So let's begin. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your career, your unique career trajectory?
Absolutely. So thank you so much for having me here. I'm super excited to be here. My leadership trajectory basically started with my grandmother. I sat back and really thought about this, and it really started with my grandmother believing and telling me that I was a leader since I was little. She will always tell the story of me being her accountant, her bookkeeper with her money, because she sold things. And I was the one that would make sure things were in order and make sure money was collected and make sure people feel I stayed on top of her money. So leadership for me has always been something that's been a part of me. Traditionally, leadership came in the workplace when I became a director of diversity for the first time. That's when leadership, I would say in the traditional sense, started for me, but I've always had it. It has been something that's always been with me.
Thank you for sharing that. Our ancestors, our family are so important to who we are. So I appreciate you sharing that. Would you mind telling us your grandmother's name?
Her name is Elaine Arnold.
All right, Elaine, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
Uh,
she actually just turned 90 last week.
oh, happy belated birthday.
Yes.
90 good genes. That's good. That
Yes.
bodes well for you.
Yes.
So, leadership can be lonely and isolating. And as an
Right.
entrepreneur, can you share why community is important to you? And also, I'll give you an opportunity to share some wellness tips.
Absolutely. Community is a place where we go to feel seen and heard, right? Community is important to all of us as human beings. It's where you can come and feel validated in your experience. It's where you can go and take the mask off. It's where you can go and be yourself. And for me, community, it's either I'm joining a community or I'm creating a community. That's how I feel about community. If I'm joining a community, it's because I see it that that's a place where I feel comfortable, I belong, right? Community equals belonging for me. And or if I don't see it, I'm creating it. Hence why Sister Circle was created. I wanted a mentor, I couldn't find one. I created it for others. And in the midst of me creating that community for younger Black women to find mentors, I got the privilege of finding so many additional mentors for myself. So community has always been a space where I can go to be myself. And I thrive in it. I thrive in it.
And so I want to share with our listeners and viewers that's one of the reasons why I wanted to invite you today because I think your definition of community is so aligns with the mission at Coach Dora LLC. So that being said, um, what would you tell your younger self when you started early in your career? What advice do you have for the next generation of leaders?
Listen to yourself. Trust your intuition. Don't wait for anyone to give you permission to do the things that you know you're capable of doing. Right? So, and that's a lot to take in as a young person. And I'm fully aware of that. And as I sit here now in my 40s, understanding that, I wish I knew that coming into my 20s because I wanted to people please so much. And I just wanted to have people accept me. And so I shrunk a part of me a lot of the times. And what I wish I had done was lean more into myself, which is what I'm doing now, which is where I find my success is when I lean more into myself, when I show up as my authentic self, I'm able to produce better. I'm able to create better. Right. Um, my, there's a woman by the name of Carolyn Wanga, and she is the president and CEO of Essence Ventures, I believe. But and I'll paraphrase what she said, but she says, if you can't be who you are where you are, then change who you are. Don't change who you are, change where you are. And that speaks to me so much in the sense of I'm always going to be me. And it doesn't matter where I'm at, I'm always supposed to be me because that's why I was created to be me. So if the environment that I'm in doesn't support me, doesn't make me feel like my best self, then it's not me, it's the environment. And I need to move into a new environment that's going to support me so that I can grow and be the best version of me. So that's what I would tell my younger self.
So to sum up, you would tell your younger self, be the best version of you.
Yes.
So there you have
Yes.
it. There you have it.
Yes.
Be the best version of you, building leadership community.
Yes.
Audience, be the best version of you. So
Yes.
before we go, tell us a little bit about how our listeners and viewers can find you. What's your website, your social media handle, and share a little bit more how people can find you.
Absolutely. So, my business pack team is on LinkedIn is really where I live with the business. So our pack team on LinkedIn, you can also find me, Tanisha Rodriguez on LinkedIn. I love connecting with people. I love talking to new people. And then my nonprofit, my social media person is on Instagram. So if you get to her, it's Sister Circle Media on all platforms. And if you reach out, we also have a website. It's called sistercirclemedia.net. And if you reach out, she will respond. We actually have a 2025 mentorship program coming up. So if you're a Black woman, senior or junior in college, looking for a mentorship, that's Black women in media entertainment, you're able to sign up for that as well. So all the spaces that I can be reached, but LinkedIn is my main space.
Thank you. Tanisha, please tell us more about the Sister Mentoring Circle and what that's all about.
Absolutely. So the mentor program lasts for about 6 months. And you basically, yes, there's an application process. You go through the application process. You have to complete it as much as possible, complete everything that you see. Because that's the main thing that we see. A lot of young ladies will apply and they don't put in all of the answers, or they don't complete the full application. And that's step one of getting you eliminated. So complete the application, please. And then we have a process where we bring back past mentees and have them help us go through the different application that we've received and group them based on the mentor that they said they were interested and the topics that they said they were interested in. And then we go through each sections and then try to match them with the best possible outcome for them. And it's called Mentor Circle because you're going to be being mentored with a group. So it's a cohort being mentored by an individual mentor. We try to keep it anywhere from 3 to 5, but you get one-on-one time with your mentor in addition to classes, in addition to one-on-one peer time with your group, right? The entire group gets to sit together and everything takes place on Saturdays because I am fully aware. I work, you work. So everything takes place Saturday mornings. I'm in Pacific Standard Time, so from 10 to 2, 2 hours or 4 hours, we're there. And no, from 10 to 12. And we sit there and we have conversations depending on what we're talking about that day. And that's what we do.
Tanisha, where are you located?
So I'm actually located in sunny Los Angeles, California. But the mentor program is all online. So it's a national program and people can take advantage of it.
That's wonderful to hear. So, Tanisha, I want to thank you again for your time. Our I it, Networking and building community has been so valuable for me as a new solopreneur. Meeting you has been fantastic. Our goals and our mission really align, and I can't wait to share what you have to say with our community and our listener and viewers around the world.
No, well, thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure. I think networking is a big part of everything that we do, especially as solopreneurs. Like Minda Hart says, success is not a solo sport. And I believe that wholeheartedly. So I'm so grateful I got to meet you as well.
You've been listening to Building Leadership Community. Watch on YouTube at Coach Dora and listen wherever you get your podcasts. Follow me on LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube at Coach Dora M. Visit me on the web at CoachDoraMendez.com. Hosted by me, Dora Mendez. Produced by Dora Mendez and Dylan Rogers. Graphics, editing, and sound mixing by Dylan Rogers.